Beginning next week, about 1 million pounds of extra junk will be filling Madison curbs as moving days begin. But of course, one person's junk is another's treasure.
Plus, a Madison man was arrested after crashing a stolen car. But police discovered this wasn't his first car theft.
And a new indoor space dedicated to pickleball will soon be open for business in Madison. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Well, we are now down to one clear frontrunner in a Democratic primary.
Within the last week, 3 candidates for Senate have exited the race, including Sarah Godlewski this morning. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
So with Godlewski out now of the race, current Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes has it effectively locked up. And even in the last few minutes, Tammy Baldwin, a big name and previously a neutral name, had backed Barnes in his candidacy. It's been a long focus of the race, but now the Democrats are turning their attention to who they will face in the fall.
I started my campaign a little over a year ago with the intent of defeating Ron Johnson.
And Sarah Godlewski says that goal has not changed.
Right now, what we have to do is we have to get behind Mandela Barnes to defeat Ron Johnson. And that is exactly what we're going to do.
Godlewski is the third major candidate to drop out of the race after Tom Nelson and Alex Lasry dropped out earlier this week. Barnes says it's a moment for Democrats to come together and thanked Godlewski for the endorsement.
I know that Sarah has experienced long days, long nights away from Will Hartley, and I know that she did it all for his future, but not just for his future, for the future of all children in this state and across this country.
And now with a clear challenger, Ron Johnson went after Barnes in a tweet, saying that Godlewski dropping out, quote, clears the field for their most radical left candidate. It also means that the winner this fall will be a man, amid a tumultuous political climate that includes the issue of abortion. Barnes says that debate could be front and center this election.
We want clean water to drink. We want health care that we can afford, good jobs, good schools for our children. And most importantly, we don't want politicians making the most personal choices for us.
So a key thing to watch here is what happens to the money. Even just in the last week, Godlewski put almost $500,000 into her campaign. And Alex Lasry had funded his campaign to the tune of almost $15 million since he's gotten into the race. We'll have to see if that transfers over to Barnes as he likely faces Ron Johnson in November.
Will, thank you. We have a few alert days coming up. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti is on the weather patio with more. Gary?
Actually, it's just one alert day, but it's for Wednesday, and we've got it already in the forecast just because of the possibility for pretty high heat and humidity day. On visible cloud track, you can see skies have been mainly sunny across southern Wisconsin. There have been a few clouds, but no rain anywhere around here. And with the drier air, temperatures cooled off a bit last night. 59 was the overnight low in Madison. Most areas saw temperatures in the 50s, although up to the north, temperatures were in the 40s in Camp Douglas and Black River Falls. And high temperatures so far today, very comfortable. Mid to upper 70s, Janesville 79, Madison so far in the mid 70s. And right now, the current temperatures are in the upper 70s through much of southern Wisconsin, but those dew points remain low. They're in the 50s, so look for temperatures to drop back into the lower 50s tonight. However, we do have that alert day in the forecast for Wednesday. That is for high heat and humidity, when heat index readings could hit about 103 with an actual high temperature of 93. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, low of about 58 for tonight. Tomorrow, sunny skies, a little warmer with a high temperature of 83. Later on, I'll take a look at how long that heat will last as we head into next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Police say a Madison man was arrested Wednesday night after he crashed a stolen car into a tree and took off from the scene.
Now, on its own, that's jarring, but we found out this is a pattern for this man. Our Brad Hamilton joins us now with more. Brad?
20-year-old Tommy West, who was accused in this most recent incident, has already been charged for stealing 2 other cars in just the past month. West has not been formally charged for crashing a car into a tree and then running from the scene just a couple of days ago, but he is facing charges in 2 other cases. On June 30th, police say he stole a car and other property. Then on July 10th, authorities believe he stole another car. In this most recent incident, July 27th, West was eventually found in a nearby home. As it turns out, he knew the homeowner, who was furious that he tried to hide from authorities at her place.
Tommy hadn't came out, the police probably would have knocked my door down to get in there to get him. Because the whole time my son was screaming, saying, "Mom, they about to come in here. They about to bust her door down."
Sarah Richmond, who you just saw, says that she was not home at the time, but her 2 sons were. They called their mom, panicked about the large police presence surrounding their home. Richmond says that she got West on the phone and told him to leave immediately. That's when he jumped out a window and was caught by police. No doubt it was a really stressful day for Richmond. We're going to hear much more about her story and her message to the community tonight, coming up at 6.
Brad, thank you. The House is expected to vote on a bill that would ban assault weapons for the first time in nearly 3 decades. Renewed interest in banning military-style assault rifles comes after several back-to-back deadly mass shootings. If passed, the bill would go to the Senate, where it is expected to fail. Republicans are accusing Democrats of playing politics.
We've turned our churches, our schools, our shopping centers, our entertainment venues, almost any place, into a battleground.
This bill would do little to prevent the mass shootings or the crime they're saying that it would.
Meanwhile, the Congressional Black Caucus and a small group of House moderates reached an agreement on terms for the police funding measures, but they'll continue to negotiate until they can craft final legislation.
Right now, a bipartisan bill to boost microchip manufacturing in the U.S. is headed to the president's desk. Natalie Brand has the latest.
It's a shortage that's impacted everything from cars to essential electronics.
Sometimes we've had to scale back production because of chips that were just frankly unavailable.
In an effort to supercharge the nation's semiconductor industry, Congress passed a bill aimed at boosting chip production in the United States.
Now it goes to the White House with the president's signature.
The CHIPS and Science Act includes around $52 billion in subsidies for U.S. companies producing computer chips and $24 billion in tax credits for new manufacturing facilities, as well as tens of billions of dollars to fund research and development.
We will return America to world leader status in semiconductor production and power American science and research for generations to come.
While the bill passed both the Senate and House with bipartisan support, Republicans were divided, with some saying it doesn't go far enough to prevent investment in China and calling it corporate welfare.
I support making chips in the United States, but we cannot lead a new era of innovation through massive government subsidies.
But supporters in the Biden administration say the bill is critical to compete with other countries and ultimately drive down prices. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
In a statement, President Biden said the bill will increase domestic manufacturing, lower costs, and make the U.S. less dependent on foreign sources of semiconductors.
Twitter's lawsuit against Elon Musk is set to go to trial in the fall. A Delaware judge ruled the trial will begin October 17th. Twitter is suing Musk in an effort to force the billionaire businessman to follow through with his proposed deal to buy the social media company. Musk said he now wants to terminate the deal, alleging Twitter breached multiple provisions in the deal. Despite the legal battle, Twitter is pushing to move forward with the process and hopes to have an agreement complete before October 24th. Trick or treat. You may not see much of your favorite Halloween treats this year. Hershey says it won't be able to make enough candy to fully meet holiday demand. The problem? Well, people started buying more sweets during the pandemic, and it simply hasn't slowed down, not to mention ongoing supply chain issues that got worse because of the war in Ukraine. Hershey's CEO says they will be keeping stores stocked with regular sweets instead of ramping up holiday production.
Well, it's that time of year again. In the span of 2 weeks, more than 20,000 people will be taking part in August moving days in Madison. That means as apartment leases change over, more than 1 million pounds of extra garbage will be filling curbs in downtown Madison. It's a lot for the Streets Division to handle, so leaders are urging people packing up to really consider donating what they can.
It's a double win there. It feels good for yourself to do the right thing, and you're better for the environment, and you're saving these resources, and saving also the backs and hands of all of the Streets Division employees having to lug this stuff around into our garbage trucks.
To help make donating easier and keep usable items out of the county's landfill, Goodwill has plans to put several bins downtown. A spokesperson from the thrift store says annually, through responsible recycling, they're able to keep 16 million pounds of materials out of local landfills.
The first indoor space in Madison entirely dedicated to pickleball is set to have its grand opening in Madison on Monday. The business started from a Madison restaurant owner who fell in love with the game and wants others to give it a try. Pickle Pro Courts has been welcoming a small set of people for about a month now, getting ready for the full opening next week. They're seeing a lot of success as people try to escape the heat outdoors and play some ball indoors. Pickleball is regarded as the fastest growing sport in the country right now. The players we spoke with say that's because everyone can enjoy the game.
It's taken off, and the youngers are playing with the older people and just loving it. I've had double knee surgery. I'm still on the court. 90-year-olds are on the court. It's just an awesome sport.
A big part of the draw to this new facility is the building itself, and tonight at 6 we'll explain what a difference it'll make for players in our area. We're sharing an update on a story we first brought you last week. Hundreds of items were collected for Rock County residents during a Christmas in July drive. SSM Health partnering with Youth to Youth for Change for this drive, and over the past 2 weeks, more than 300 toothbrushes, 150 bars of soap, laundry soap, shampoo, and other hygiene products, and much more were collected. Once the products are sorted, students with Youth to Youth for Change will distribute the items to people in need.
This weekend, Free Bikes for Kids Madison will be hosting its first annual garage sale fundraiser. The sale runs tomorrow from 10 to 3 at the organization's bike workshop in Easttown Mall. Items include roof bike racks, bike and pet trailers, tandem and vintage bicycles, and an assortment of bike accessories.
You have your whole friend group that's out riding all day, especially in the summer. I know my kids are out riding all day in the summers, and it's how they get to their friends or they get to the pool. So bike is just a really important part of a person's life.
All of the proceeds from the event will help the organization give bikes to kids next spring.
Still to come, Gary has your latest weekend forecast next at 5.
Plus, the death toll rises in Kentucky as communities continue to deal with historic flooding. And later, why an afternoon nap may not be as good of an idea as you think for adults. We'll have details coming up at 6.
And the markets closed the week in positive territory. The Dow at more than 315 points. The Nasdaq jumps more than 228. And the S&P 500 added 58. We'll be right back.
Black Friday mattress deals in July have been extended at Ashley. Save big on brands like Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Beautyrest, Serta, and more. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Chime Queen bed in a box. Plus 5 years special financing with only sales tax and delivery due at checkout. Only at Ashley.
I love this state. Knock on any door in any county, and you'll find good-hearted, hard-working folks. People whose businesses I proudly helped as Lieutenant Governor. Hard work needs to be respected again, with fair wages and opportunities to get ahead. That's how my parents opened doors for me. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I'm not one of these millionaires. I work just as hard for you as you work for your family. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Qualified lessees can sign and drive this Equinox for around $340 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Son, it's about time we had the talk. It's time you knew the truth. Windows can take a beating, especially here in the Midwest. When it's time to replace them, call Feldco.
Isn't Feldco offering 2-for-1 windows right now, Dad?
They are, son. They are.
Less talk, more action. 2-for-1 windows from Feldco makes home improvement easy and affordable.
2-for-1 windows from Feldco and Sunday. Call now.
Call quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing families $5 grand more for their necessities. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Black Friday deals in July have been extended at Ashley. It's your last chance to save up to 60% off doorbusters, plus 60-month special financing, no minimum purchase, and no money down on in-stock items. Don't miss the best Black Friday deals, only at Ashley.
Stolen cars are on the rise as another vehicle was taken this morning. Brad Hamilton digs deeper into the incident. Then new courts are open to the community for the contagious game of pickleball. The local sponsor shares his vision with News 3 Now tonight at 6.
News 3 Now and the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County are collecting school supplies for area students.
Please help us by donating at News 3 Now, Dane County Boys and Girls Clubs, or participating Walgreens. Visit channel3000.com for details, then donate.
watching News 3 Now at 5.
At this hour, the death toll stands at 16 in eastern Kentucky after historic floods swept through the region. That number, though, is expected to rise.
This afternoon, the governor toured the cities and towns that were impacted and said he's never seen anything like it. Mike Valerio reports.
Her little room completely crushed.
Devastation and destruction across eastern Kentucky on Friday as officials continue to look for survivors from this week's record flooding.
I've certainly done 3+ flights and or tours over flooded areas. This is by far the worst.
Kentucky's Governor Andy Beshear laying out the difficult task ahead for rescue workers and for loved ones.
Hundreds of homes, their ball fields, their parks, businesses, under more water than I think any of us have ever seen in that area. Absolutely impassable in numerous spots.
Several roads still remain underwater, making any type of rescue nearly impossible in some areas. Bridges washed away, thousands without power, and some residents forced to climb onto their roofs to wait for help.
Today will be the sad day.
In Hazard, Kentucky, the mayor says 7 of the city's 9 bridges were impassable as of Friday morning.
You get stories, and it may be true, it may not be, but today the next 3 days will tell the tale.
And more rainfall is on the way, with an additional 1 to 3 inches expected throughout the day on Friday, delivering yet another blow to the region. In Harlan, Kentucky, I'm Mike Valerio.
And Gary Canalti is here now with a closer look at that weather in Kentucky. Gary?
Yeah, this is a rainfall estimate from Doppler radar over the last 4 days, and you can clearly see east of I-75 and south of I-64. This is the area that was hardest hit. These areas in yellow, over 10 inches of rain. Much of this area, about 5 to 10 inches of rain, and then lesser amounts of 3 to 5 inches north or south of that. But basically, I-64 is kind of ground zero over the last few days because the rain in Kentucky was preceded by flooding in the St. Louis area. And over the last 4 days, look at the area of 5 to 10 inches of rain that went right through the city of St. Louis and into parts of southern Illinois with a general 3 to 5 inch swath around that. So again, these flooding situations, as we go into a warmer climate, we see much more variability when it comes to rainfall and these more extreme rain events. Fortunately for us, over the same time, you can see over the last 4 days, a little bit of rain over southern Wisconsin, some showers and thunderstorms that kind of petered out around La Crosse, and then the central and northern parts of the state, very little in the way of rain. And right now, Doppler track is pretty much free of precipitation through much of the state. 3 things you need to know in the forecast: no rain expected through the weekend, and then again, the humidity climbs for next week. The thunderstorm chances return Sunday night into Monday, and then the hot and humid weather for Wednesday and Thursday. We have high temperatures expected to be in the mid-80s for the next few days, and then above 90 for Wednesday and around 90 on Thursday, and then upper 80s after that. The only difference between the middle part of next week and the latter part of next week is a little bit of a drop in the humidity. But we do have an alert day in the forecast for Wednesday because both of those things come together. We have high heat with a high of about 93, dew point temperatures around 70 degrees. That puts the heat index somewhere between 98 and 103, maybe even hotter than that in some areas. And even nighttime low temperatures will stay around 70 degrees or above. And that's the real key. During the day, a lot of times people can get away from the heat going to a library or a shopping mall to escape the heat. But at night, if you don't have air conditioning at home, it puts a big stress on your body, especially if you are not in great physical shape. Weather track out in the Pacific Ocean, you can see the wavy flow of the jet stream. And here comes the next ridge of heat. The jet stream starting to bulge to the north over the western part of the country. Of course, they've had their own heat, and then heavy thunderstorms over parts of like Las Vegas and into Arizona and New Mexico. But that heat will start shifting eastward with time, and that's where, unfortunately, we're next in line for it. And we'll be seeing that, especially as we head into the middle part of next week. Tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, a little warmer than today. High temperature at 83. Today, we were in the upper 70s. 7 to 10 day forecast. Highs mid-80s for Sunday and Monday. Thunderstorm chance late Sunday night into Monday with a little more humidity. Tuesday should be dry. Then that alert day for the high heat and humidity on Wednesday. Thunderstorm chances Wednesday night into Thursday, and a slight chance on Friday, but the humidity levels at least drop off as we head toward next weekend. The nice thing is, though, or the bad thing is, high temperatures stay in the upper 80s. As we take a look at first warn traffic, the flex lanes are open on the belt line, so the traffic is moving pretty steadily. That's the view of Park Street and the belt line from the DOT camera. Right now, not seeing any red on the belt Beltline, so traffic moving pretty steadily. About a 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990 takes you 25 minutes. 16 minutes middle to the Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie is a 20-minute trip on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Tonight, the nation's third largest lottery prize ever. At least $1.2 billion is up for grabs in the multi-state Mega Millions drawing. They're waiting in long lines for tickets in some parts of the country. Some places are selling them as fast as they can print them. And now the odds of winning a staggering $302 million to 1 for many. It's well worth a $2 bet.
This is special because it's just so much money.
You said 3 quick picks?
I'm going to tithe it first to my church, and then I'm going to spread it throughout my family.
So winners can opt for the 29 annual annuity payments. Nobody does that, right? Or you can just take the lump sum payment. And how here in Wisconsin, that lump sum after taxes, $413.6 million.
And as the jackpot climbs, cybersecurity experts say we're seeing a spike, unfortunately, in scams. Digital safety company Aura says the most common one is being told that you won the jackpot either over the phone or via text. And there are new websites now posing as legitimate lottery sites, offering online Mega Millions ticket sales. Mega Millions tickets always must be purchased through an authorized retailer. Winners are never asked to pay anything up front. And still to come tonight at 5, how an award-winning opera is helping generate a conversation around mental health and the struggles of military veterans. That's coming up next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm asking you to join me in voting for Rebecca Clayfish. Rebecca helped me beat the big government special interest. Tim Michael's company sided with the union bosses and tried to stop our conservative reforms. Rebecca Clayfish is the conservative fighter Wisconsin needs.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. It has an affordable rate starting at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-644-6688 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-644-6688. 1-800-644-6688. That's 1-800-644-6688. So call now.
Champion summer savings are here. Don't miss our best window sale. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy. Unlike some other companies, at Champion, we control every aspect of the process. We design it, we build it, we install it, and we guarantee it for life.
Keep the heat out this summer with new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Call or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
There are big differences between Tim Michaels and me. I clip coupons, drive a minivan, and cut taxes. Tim Michaels lives in a Connecticut mansion and tried to raise our gas tax. As governor, I'll put your family first.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, they aren't just playing bingo or cards or knitting at a retirement home in Vienna. These seniors have cracked the code for a recipe for happiness later in life. All in their 80s, they are brewing their own beer. Project manager Christoph Gruber says it all started as an idea to help residents there improve their motor skills and train their brains.
We meet up, talk about beer, make jokes about it, and another day goes by. A nice day. I like to keep busy. It doesn't matter with what.
So every Thursday morning, the octogenarians take a seat at the table to produce 150 bottles of craft beer based on a Viennese recipe from 1841 using only Austrian ingredients. The care home has sold, get this, about 25,000 bottles so far, and all of the proceeds go to help patients with dementia.
Love it. A UCLA psychiatrist is using his love of music to help facilitate a conversation around mental health. Dr. Kenneth Wells wrote an award-winning opera that explores the struggles of America's military veterans. His award-winning opera, Veteran Journeys, is based on years of research, interviews with veterans and their family members conducted by the Rand Corporation and UCLA.
I was very touched inside by the story of the challenges and the story of recovery for veterans and their family members, which reminded me of my own upbringing.
The son of a World War II veteran, Wells touches on themes of post-traumatic stress disorder, homelessness, and recovery. And we're back with a final check of your weekend forecast in just a minute.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, and to celebrate, we're stacking the deals. Buy any sofa or sectional and get 20% off your second purchase. Now for the stacking, get another 20% off both items.
20 plus another 20?
Yep, and there's more. Buy any recliner or accent chair and get 20% off your second purchase. And stack an additional 20% off both items.
Discounts? On top of discounts?
Plus, we are still offering great special financing at Slumberland Furniture.
I'm U.S. Senate candidate Peter Pekarsky, and I don't own an NBA franchise. I'm not a mega billionaire or a career politician. I don't host lingerie parties or accept PAC money. I've never claimed I had a degree when I didn't. I may not be filthy rich, but I'm the only candidate that has the balls to protect your rights and get the job done.
Imagine not being able to cool yourself by pressing a button. For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Families, elderly, disabled, and veterans. A hot summer day is not simply uncomfortable for them. It can be deadly. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home.
Ooh, Kohler, of course. When were you going to tell me about the new shower?
Oh, you like it?
I love it.
I designed it myself.
Is she bragging about our shower again?
Wow.
It was all Kohler Luxstone. The walls, the storage, the shower head, everything. A Kohler authorized dealer walked us through every detail, and installation couldn't have been easier.
Find everything you need to enhance your curb appeal at Menards. Get a clean edge around gardens and flower beds with Master Gardener Lawn Edging. It maintains the integrity of your landscaping. All lawn edging is 11% off. Pittsburgh Ultra Advanced Stain is an exterior stain and sealant in one. It will bring out the natural wood look while adding protection against harsh elements. Get 11% off all exterior wood stains at Menards.
Save big money at
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't miss Fuel Frenzy Weekend.
On this Friday night, devastation in Kentucky. At least 16 dead amid some of the worst flooding in state history. The ongoing rescue efforts tonight and why the governor is warning of more fatalities in the weeks ahead. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
Yeah, nice now, but we're going to be heating up as we head into next week. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam. Lots of sunshine out there, and temperatures mid to upper 70s. A pleasant 78 right now in Madison with a dew point of 55. All over southern Wisconsin, the air still pretty dry. Look for a low tonight of about 58. High temperature tomorrow, 83. About the same for Sunday.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay with us.